Matrix behind the scenes experience, the breaking down of it?
Yeah, really interesting stuff. I guess I'll just start from the beginning of what happened. I was working in my previous job as a food delivery driver, and I was just going about my day. I had a lot of stuff going on mentally as well, as we always generally do with the energetic worlds. But I had a lot of stuff going on, and I remember driving and a voice just saying to me, "Just be." So I thought, well, this is great, of course, why not just be? I didn't realize how easy it would be to go from head to heart, because once I heard the words "just be," I was able to go switch off my brain, so to speak, where I was doing all the worrying and everything like that, and then ask myself, what do I feel? In that moment, I realized I didn't actually feel unhappy or sad. I was actually feeling quite happy, so I went with those feelings. So I continued about with my day, and then I remember driving into one of my customers' car yards. It was Mercedes, and I was driving into the repair section of it, and all of a sudden something, I don't even know how to explain the feeling. It was just like there was a lot of energy around me, a lot of mental energy, I don't know if that's the right explanation of it. But then all of a sudden everything started to break down in a more pixelized version. My customer, who normally walks normally as we do as humans, all of a sudden started to walk as if he was pixelated, like he was more of a robot than anything else. And I was struggling to hold myself together, really struggling to hold myself together, to the point where it was so weird that to the point that even the wall that I was seeing in the mechanics section was literally breaking down. Like in my mind's eye, I literally saw everything breaking down. Like, in those, well, I think it was one of the movies with Adam Sandler where it was like, it was all pixelated and everything was breaking down kind of thing.
Because that's what the image that I got when you were telling the story to me when you got home, and I got that flash of that movie.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. All that, the boxes or the squares starting to break down. But the thing is, I was trying to see what was behind the wall, and I couldn't see anything. It was just black behind the wall. But thinking about it now, I don't know if that was actually my fear that I couldn't see anything behind the wall, because it was such a insane and intense experience that I was going through. I've never had an experience like that ever. So I was serving my customers, and I had to pull myself together to get to the next stop, and driving in that with that experience going on and having everything like literally look like a computer game breaking down in squares as you're driving is, luckily I only had to go around the corner, because I don't know what I would have had to done if I had to go down the main road. Went into my next stop. It wasn't as bad as the previous stop before with my customers. It was starting to like calm down, but I remember looking up at the sky and thinking, is this all real? Or are we literally like in the Matrix movie, all based in pods? And are we right, like real? Because I remember thinking, are we real, or are we in different pods in one section and you're in section B and I'm in section 12 or something along those lines?
Yeah, well, many people will say or have said that I'll listen to online that we are literally holograms projecting ourselves into this realm. And it is, in a sense, a video game, a movie.
It is. And that was really the experience. I even questioned, is our love real? Like, I questioned everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything, from are we real to is our love real to is everyone else real to is this reality real, is to what I'm experiencing real.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. It is an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what my understanding is. We're here for the experience, but unfortunately my perception of it as well is we're being looped back into the game. We can never get out of the box, so to speak, or the Matrix box. which is another thing. But how did you feel when you got home? Because you were telling me the story, and I was just like, oh, you bugger. I haven't experienced anything like that before. And you were like, your head was spinning off your shoulders, literally.
Yeah.
And you didn't know, you were having a lot of trouble, like, for weeks after trying to process it. And then when we watched a video, I don't know, it was on a Black Mirror Netflix movie.
Oh, the short, the video short or the movie short.
You know, when the
bird glitched?
Yeah, the bird glitched, but there was a lady, a woman or character in this short film.
And she could actually hear voices in her head. And
they would say, oh, sorry about that. You weren't meant to be hearing us. We've got some glitches and some problems here. And her drinking a drink was going glitched, and the birds in the sky were stopping in midair. And
yeah, I remember that. I can't remember what show that was from. It could have been Black Mirror or something like that.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, but it was kind of like that. Like, things would glitch. Literally, as in no fluid motion. Everything was clunky, you could say. Yeah, that's what it felt. That's what it felt like, especially my customer. With his robotic movements when he was walking to me. But I do remember I had my foil cap or my foil protection underneath my cap, my work cap, with the shungite powder. And I think that might have been what could have also helped me, plus also getting out of my mental depression, you could say. But when I came home, yeah, it was weird. Because I questioned everything, I also questioned, is our love real?
Yeah, what's real?
Yeah, it was like, what is actually real? To a point where, even though the idea was to get myself back into my heart space, it kind of took me out of my heart space. Like my human heart, because I know we've got a difference between the human heart and a greater, higher heart. I believe it probably took me out of my human heart, because it took me a few days to actually settle back into my emotions.
Yeah, remember that, yeah.